Previously in Let's Play Mega Man X3. So let me get this straight. You're gonna haunt me until the day I die. Well, sadly, you died, so I don't know if that's really possible, but whatever. Have a nice time in the afterlife. See ya. Take care. Bye-bye. We completed the armor. We completed the armor. We completed the armor. Now X looks really good. And now for the continuation. Salutations everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man X3. So now it's time for us to go after the guy that's highlighted every single time you start up the game, and that's this guy, Blast Hornet. That's right, we're gonna go after Blast Hornet. It's like Hornet Man version 2.0. Well, I don't know what else to say. But the thing about his stage is that, well, all those platforms that we saw in the other stages, well, after I get through something in this stage, we'll now have access to all those platform things in the rest of the game. So anytime you need to get a ride on Mech, you can actually get a ride on Mech. But it's kind of weird how it works, and I'll explain it when we get there, but for the most part, just go up the elevator here. This stage, again, straightforward. Pretty much every stage is straightforward. And, if you go up here, these platforms, we'll have access to these platforms pretty soon, actually. Pretty soon. Thanks to this stage. And the funny thing is about this stage is both Gravity Beetle and Blast Hornet, their stages are kind of linked together. Basically, by defeating Blast Hornet, we'll be able to go back to Gravity Beetle's stage and, well, pick up the heart container, because it's kind of weird. This is supposed to be like some kind of shipping unit, and basically there's supposed to be a boss here that it's no longer there because we defeated Gravity Beetle. And, oh, by the way, we have a mini-boss here, which is some kind of weird, I don't know what that is. But it has various moves. It can go back and forth. You hit it, it jumps up. And I completely forgot about this boss when I was going through the stage. But thankfully I have the armor, and I take less damage. Basically, you can see kind of what it does in this fight. But yeah, because we defeated Gravity Beetle, basically there's supposed to be a mini-boss we're supposed to fight. Not this guy. This guy shows up every single time. But there's supposed to be a mini-boss later that we're supposed to fight that's supposed to be some kind of like, I don't know, pickup or drop-off, like, helicopter thing. And because we defeated Gravity Beetle, it will not show up. And that's in this spot right over here. Well, towards the end of this spot here. But another thing that's in this spot right here, because we have Tunnel Rhino's ability, we can actually get something that's here. First, you gotta smash that wall there, and we gotta go through that particular spot right there. To do that, again, you need Tunnel Rhino's ability here. You got this box here. Destroy that box. Go down here. And, yeah, by unlocking this droid here, or this ride-on Mech, we now have access to those platform things that we could not use beforehand. So, in other words, in order to use any ride-on Mech beforehand, you have to unlock this one. This one first to unlock those platform things to use anytime. It's a stupid concept. I really think it's a stupid concept. But nonetheless, we have access to those things. Yeah, that spot I went through right there was supposed to be where the mini-boss is, but the mini-boss is not there, and we can just pick up the heart container and move on our way. So, that's what we're gonna do. And here's the room. Is Byte gonna show up? Why, surprisingly, yes he does. I was actually surprised. I'm like, oh, Byte's here. Well, you're going to die. And Byte is actually weak to Tunnel Rhino's ability as well. So, here we go, guys. We're fighting Byte. And we're gonna get him with, well, the tunneling thing. So, what can I say? What he does is he charges forward, he has his arm, and yeah, he's a big, strong, tough guy who likes to knock you into the air. He has that thing that he throws on the wall there, which alters gravity, and yeah, for the most part, he's not too hard, especially if you have the armor piece like I do, and he's a pushover. But yeah, we actually defeated him, and surprisingly his dialogue doesn't sound like he's being destroyed. But believe me, after he gets done saying that, hey, victory is ours, as you can see right here, he just explodes. Alright? Like, Bit was like, you know, oh, God, I'm dying. And then Vile was like, I'm gonna haunt you till the day I die. But him, he's more like, well, victory's yours. There you go. Yeah. What can I say? But we defeated Byte. And, yeah, they're not gonna show up later on. So, yeah, surprisingly, when you finally get to Dr. Doppler's, like, lair or the final parts of the game, basically, Bit and Byte both show up, and you have to fight them both in one fight, and even Vile shows up. But because we destroyed them, there'll be a completely different boss when we get to those stages. So, what can I say? And here I'm taking way too much damage for whatever reason, so I decided to fill up again on full health, because why not? I could use the health. Which is surprising because I finally get to the boss door here, and really, for the most part, this guy's easy if you have his weakness, which happens to be Gravity Beetle's weapon. So, get the gravity thing ready, and yeah, just enjoy the fireworks that are about to happen here, basically. Well, not so much the fireworks, but shoot the ball, and alters gravity, he takes a bunch of damage, and yeah, you catch the ball, and basically the most part what Blast Hornet does, he shoots a bunch of those, like, well, bees at you, and they stick to you, do a bunch of damage to you, and it's quite annoying, as you can see right there. Yeah, they just cling on to you, they do a bunch of damage, they explode after a while, and sometimes he can actually swoop down and try to sting you, and that's pretty much about it. I mean, he's actually kind of a pushover, he's actually, in one sense, easy, and I figured for the final shot, I figured I'd charge up the thing, and what that does is it basically slams him to the ground afterwards, and he takes a lot of damage. You're better off not using a charge shot on him. You're better off just shooting the ball and letting him take damage that way, because it's a little bit quicker, and his vulnerable state just goes in an instant. The minute you shoot out another ball, you can actually hurt him even more again. But I figured the last shot, why not give it a charge shot and slam him down and watch him actually get destroyed. But anyways, for defeating Blast Hornet, we get this weapon, which happens to be Blizzard Buffalo's weakness. We get Parasite Bomb, which isn't half bad of an ability. But by defeating Blast Hornet and getting the Ride-On Mechs, we have some things we can do finally. So I'm going to take care of those, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. And yeah, it's time for us to go back to Gravity Beetle's stage, because, well, by defeating Blast Hornet, basically those boxes from the beginning of the stage, yeah, they're gone. And we can finally get the heart container. Also, I can move on to a later spot in the game and get something else. And what that thing is something I'm not going to get, but I'm going to show it off. And I'll show off all of them, and they're extra capsules. Yeah, that's right, they're extra capsules. Also, for some odd reason, defeating Blast Hornet caused these guys here to be, I guess, green in color, so they're weaker in one sense. I'm not sure how that works, but yeah, basically, yeah, we got the heart container here, but let me move on later on to the stage and show you something. Alright, I'm back, and yeah, I made it to this spot right here in Gravity Beetle's stage, because now we have access to this thing. And like I said, you can summon basically a Ride-On Mech. First one I want to show you is the frog suit, which is not really good. And the entire time it just hops around. You can shoot torpedoes, but they just basically fall to the ground. They're not very useful. But the mech I do want to use is the normal mech. That's why it's rated with an N, or it's labeled with an N, I guess. But yeah, you can't use Ride-On Mechs until you unlock this one anyways, and I think it's really stupid. In fan-made like remakes of this game, they fixed that thing. Any Ride-On Mech you get beforehand, anytime you get up to one of those platforms, yeah, you can just use whatever mech that you unlocked in the first place, which isn't much of a big deal. Oh, by the way, those boxes don't show up there, but I destroyed them basically with the mech. I actually died for some odd reason. I feel sorry. But yeah, we have this extra capsule thing here. And yeah, it's Dr. Light talking to us again. So what do we get in this capsule thing here? Let's find out. Install this arm chip. And you can increase your attacking abilities. So one thing you probably noticed right now is that X does not have a Giga attack like he did in the last game, thanks to the armor that he had in the last game. With this upgrade, we will actually have some sort of a Giga attack, basically, or some kind of, like, enhancement that gives him a Giga attack. And what it is for a limited time, he has fully charged shots that you can use over and over and over again. But we're not going to use this because, yeah, like he said before, we can only use 1 out of 4 of these capsules. 1 out of 4. And which one am I going to choose? You're going to have to wait and see. But in the meantime, I got something else to do. Alright, I'm back. And yeah, I made it here in Vault Catfish's stage. Remember when I said up was where a platform was? Yeah, it was one of these platforms. Now that we have a droid, or a ride-on mech basically, we can use this, and by basically going forward and just dropping down all the way, we slam the ground and go through it, and going this way causes us to find the last sub-tank. So guys, we have all 4 sub-tanks now, and yeah, what can I say? We still have certain things unlocked, but mostly in the other stages. I have to show off later on in Blast Hornet stage, the question mark thing, but I need another ride-on mech to actually show it off. But yeah, for the most part, everything that's white there, we have. So as you can see, all the stages we were in previously, we have everything. So what's the next stage we're going to go to on the next episode? Find out. Until then, you guys take care, and I'll see you on the next one.